أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome everybody to Thursday's class. Today's class is going to follow the same format as we've been doing this week, and we're going to be focusing on Tashdid, which has been taught in G1, and all of you should know what a Tashdid looks like and what a mushaddad letter is, but we're going to revise it because in practice not all students are correctly reading a Tashdid. And then during the class we're going to practice applying that rule as well as all the other previous rules in reciting chapter 107 from the Quran, Al-Ma'un, okay, small kindnesses. And if you wanted to know where the references are, it's lesson number 20, page number 64 in the book Tashilul-Qur'an. That's the book that we use for our course. Okay, so let me just go straight to the dua. If I may have a student to the mic to recite the dua.
Okay, we can have N8390.
Assalamu alaikum, N8390. Assalamu alaikum, N8390. N8390.
I can't unmute her.
Okay, not to worry. If you can have another student then.
Okay. A7365.
A7365. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. A7365.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, darling. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. I'm very well. Okay, so today's dua is highlighted in yellow. Have you been memorizing the duas that we've been using in our classes?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Will you be able to read this dua by yourself?
I think so.
Okay, I can lead you if you like.
Yes, please.
Okay then, so we start with Dawood and Tasmiyah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
ربنا تقبل منا.
ربنا تقبل منا.
إنك أنت السميع العليم.
إنك أنت السميع العليم.
MashaAllah, well done. And then the English translation at the bottom.
Our Lord, accept from us, for you are all hearing, all knowing.
MashaAllah. And the references are, please.
Al-Baqarah, verse 128.
Fantastic. And can you just explain what this reference is?
It's in the Quran. If you go to if you look at Surah Al-Baqarah, and you can see what number. And if you go to 128, you can see this dua.
Fantastic. Yes, excellent. Yes, Al-Baqarah is the surah that this dua is located in verse number 128. MashaAllah, Jazakumullah for helping us there, and Allah Hafiz for that.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, so let's now have a quick recap of our rules. Okay, so let's go through them quickly. All of you should know these rules by now. You should all be in wuzu. Your heads should be covered either with a scarf if you're a young girl, or a topi, a cap if you're a boy. Your video should be switched off. Check, it should have a red line across it. Please, 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 please don't use the raise hand icon unless either myself or the support teacher asks. It really does slow everything down when people put their hands up. So please don't do it unless one of the teachers asks. Please, please, please make sure that you've logged in with your correct ID. Look in the participants list. If you find yourself there, that's fantastic. If you find yourself there, but it's not a proper ID, and the proper ID starts with either an A or an N, and sometimes if you're a brother and sister or two siblings, NN, NA, that sort of thing, okay? 2 letters or 1 letter, followed by 4 numbers. That is the ID you should be using. If you have the ID, then you will be on our register. We can locate you. We can call you to the mic. Okay. Next week, we will not be admitting students into the class if they have incorrect ID. Not as a punishment, but just so that they contact us and we can help them to come into class. IDs are very important because we need to know who's in the class, and it's for the safety of the teachers as well as all the other teachers, all the other students, that only correctly ID'd people are in the class and that they're called to mic. Okay. Now, at some point in the class, the support teacher will be asked to remove students and place them into the waiting room. And those will be students who are not correctly ID'd. You'll only be placed there for a moment, is to help you understand that you are one of those who are incorrectly ID'd. And I know we're going on about it, but from next week, we won't be admitting anybody with incorrect ID. So it's really important that you don't miss out on any of these lessons. Make sure you're in a quiet place where you can hear. Always listen to everything in class, whether you're on mic or not. The vast majority of your learning will be done by listening to what the teacher says, to listening how other students are reading, and the feedback given by the teacher to the students who are on the mic. If a student is on the mic and they're doing really well, the teacher will explain what it is that the student has done well. If they've made an error, the teacher will give feedback according to whatever error was made. If you listen, then you will find that if a student is doing something in error, chances are a lot of other students will also be doing that. So the feedback will help all students. So please don't stress if you haven't had a chance to get onto the mic just yet. Most of your learning will be done by listening. Okay, we do have a fair system of calling people to the mic, and please rest assured we will be calling everybody to the mic soon enough. Okay, any questions, please contact us as info@nqc.org.uk. Okay, fantastic. So let's now move on to the format that we've been following so far, which is to ask students to come and read what they were asked to practice over the weekend. So if I may have a student to the mic to recite this surah, please.
Okay, we can have N8387.
N8387.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, darling. How are you?
ठीक हो आप कैसी हैं?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking, darling. Okay, sweetheart. So, if you could read this surah for me, Surah Al-Nas, and let me just bring up, where is my, if you just bear with me, I'll just bring up the Dawood. Here we are. Okay. Okay, we always start with this, okay?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Mashallah, mashallah, very, very nice recitation. Very, very nice. So I'm going to pick up on some very fine points, okay? Because your reading is quite nice and you're paying attention to most of the rules. Just here where I've highlighted this, yeah? It's a thick and heavy letter, qul.
قل.
Well done, okay? Try and get it from the back of your throat right at the top, okay? Qul.
قل.
Well done. Okay. Ghunna, you applied it beautifully everywhere. Here where I've highlighted it, you were just a touch shorter than you could have been, okay? Malikin Nas.
Malikin Nas.
Well done. See this meme? It's a thin letter, yeah? So try and smile as you say, ma.
Ma.
Well done. Malikin Nas.
Malikin Nas.
Well done. Ho, thick and heavy letter, ho.
Ho.
Well done. So it would be Wasil Khonnas.
Wasil Khonnas.
Mashallah, very nice. Okay, again here, very fine point, okay? This letter is an Arabic dhal, okay? And the way to get the right pronunciation is by putting your tongue, the very tip of it, between your teeth right at the front. Dhal.
Dhal.
Well done, beautiful. Alladhi.
Allazi.
Okay, so you naturally went into a Z sound, a Z sound, which is very common for Urdu speakers. But we are doing Arabic, so try and pick up on that pronunciation, okay? Alladhi.
Allazi.
Beautiful, mashallah. Well done. Now here, this stroke here is a kasra. How long do we read a kasra for?
1 second.
Mashallah, well done. And you applied that everywhere beautifully, but just here, you did, I think, a fraction long. So, minal jinnati.
Minal jinnati.
Wan nas.
Wan nas.
Okay, so read it all the way through and make sure that that stays at 1 second.
Minal jinnati wan nas.
Okay, so did you hear that you went a little bit longer? Minal jinnati wan nas.
Minal jinnati. Wait. Minal jinnati wan nas.
Mashallah, very, very nice. Your reading is very nice, very developed. Okay, well done. And these are some finer points that you can use to improve your recitation. Jazakumullah sweetheart.
Jazakallah.
Allah Hafiz.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I may have another student to the mic.
Okay, A7410.
अब मैं माइक से उतरी पहले उतरी नहीं थी.
Okay, so if students, if you have had a go on the mic and if you could possibly mute yourselves, it would assist us, okay? Okay, so I have student
A7410.
Assalamu alaikum. A7410. Assalamu alaikum, student A7410.
Can't, yeah.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you, darling?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm also well, jazakallah for asking. Okay, sweetheart, so we're going to have a go at reading this surah, Falaq. And if I can get you to start with the Dawood first, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Okay, 1 second, darling. Yeah, so if I can just try and highlight that there, yeah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Press down on the ra. الرجيم.
الرجيم.
Well done. Okay, so let's go. Okay.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
Mashallah, very, very nice reading. Okay, so it's almost a shame that I'm going to point this out because actually you paid attention to all of the tashdeeds really, really well. When I was listening, I just felt that on this one here, okay, let me get rid of the others. On this one here that I've highlighted, I felt that you rushed through it a tiny bit, okay? Min sharri ma khalaq. If you could do that one more time, please. Assalamu alaikum. You still there? Have we lost the student?
من شر
Well done.
ما خلق.
Well done. Well done. Okay, so you clearly know how to read and you do know how to manifest the tashdid. Just be careful as you read that you don't let that lapse. It's very easy to do. Otherwise, very, very nice reading. Very, very nice reading. You paid attention to everything, and especially your qalqala as well here. Really nice recitation. Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz for now. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so if I may have another student to the mic, please.
Okay, we can have N83 N8371.
N8371. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, darling. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I am very well. Jazakumullah for asking. Okay, sweetheart. So if you could start with the Dawood and then we'll move on to Ikhlas, Surah Ikhlas, okay?
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad.
MashaAllah, very, very nice reading. Okay, so just a couple of things, okay, that I wanted to point out. Qul, okay, it's just a straightforward of joins with this lam sakin. This is a lam sakin because it carries this spoon on the top. Qul.
Qul.
Well done. So your pronunciation was fine, but what you did as you read was that you dragged the lam sound out. You went, qul. You spent too long on it, okay? It's a very straightforward, qul huwallahu.
Qul huwallahu.
Okay, well done. Okay.
Qul huwallahu.
Okay, well done. Okay. Let me move on to here, this sad, okay? It carries the tashdid on the top. It's known as a mushaddad sad. Mushaddad because it carries the shadda, okay? Shadda, tashdid, either of those terms can be used for this small W sign. So on top of this sad is a tashdid. This is a mushaddad sad. When you read this, you must press down on it, okay? So, Allahu samad. So repeat, darling. Allahu samad. Sweetheart, are you there? Okay. N8371, are you still there? You do have the mic. Okay.
Another student then?
N8371, are you still able to come to the mic? Okay, we will have another student in a moment, but she will be able to hear me. So let me just give the feedback, okay? Here, this dal is one of the qalqala letters. So we do a slight bounce on this letter. Lam yalid. Lam yalid. When you when you say this sound, okay, think about what your tongue is doing. The tip of your tongue is touching the bridge of your mouth when you make the dal sound. Lam yalid. Now, if you stop on the dal sound by leaving your tongue on the bridge of your mouth, this is how it sounds. Lam yalid. Lam yalid. In order to make the qalqala sound, you have to bounce the tongue away from the bridge of the mouth. So you say lam yalid. Okay, so it's just a slight flick of the tongue off the bridge of your mouth. Lam yalid. And then walam yulad. This here is a waw madda. It requires 2 seconds. So it's lam yalid walam yulad. Okay, here, this is a noon sakin. Okay, this one here. When you see a lam mushaddad, okay, or you see any mushaddad letter, the mushaddad letter is going to join with a letter that comes before it that carries a stroke. This lam is going to join with gaf. This noon is going to be ignored. This is part of a rule called assimilation, idgham. When you see a lam mushaddad straight after a noon sakin, you ignore the noon sakin. So this is read as kullahu. The noon does not get sounded at all. Kullahu. Okay, so the other thing that the student did was here and in here. This word here, Allah, and again the same word, Allah. You were taught about majestic lam. If you see the word Allah and the stroke just before it is either a fatha or a dhamma, then this lam here with the tashdid becomes thick and heavy. Okay, so same here. This is the word Allah. The stroke just before it is a fatha. This lam here is going to be a thick and heavy lam. So when you read this, wallahu, repeat everybody at home, wallahu, Allahu, Allahu. Okay, so those were the things that student did that she needs to work on. Okay, if I may have one more student to the mic, please.
Okay, you can have 87382. 87382.
Okay, if I could just... Okay, so A7382. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, darling. Okay, sweetheart. So if you could start with the Dawood and we go to Lahab.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Okay, well done.
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the rejected.
Well done. Okay, sweetheart, just to point out to you here, okay, underneath this ha, okay, is a fatha. When you read it, you must say he, okay? A'udhu billahi. So one more time.
أعوذ بالله.
Carry on.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبت يدا أبي لهب وطب. ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب. وامرأته حمالة الحطب.
One more time, sweetheart. Just read this verse one more time.
وامرأته حمالة الحطب. في جيدها حبل من مسد.
Well done. Okay, very, very nice recitation. Okay, couple of things. Here, just in, bear with me. In this bit here, okay, you did do the idgham, this assimilation, okay? Just a tiny bit longer, okay? Lahabin wa tab.
Lahabin wa tab.
Well done. And this, quite rightly, you did do qalqala on this, this is a mushaddad ba. When we do qalqala on a mushaddad ba, we have to press down a little bit longer, okay, than a normal qalqala. Lahabim wa tab.
Lahabin wa tab.
Mashallah. Okay, and here, this is qalqala, okay? So let's just manifest it a little bit more than you did, okay? Ma kasab.
Ma kasab.
Well done. Okay. Okay. And for those students who may know this surah because they've memorized it without actually having to read it, a lot of you know this as wamra'atuh, because many people do pause there. But you are able to read from this waw all the way through to the end, in which case, quite rightly, as this student did, you then say the hu, okay? Wamra'atuhu hammalatal hatab. Okay? So, but we will revise waqf rules, pausing rules in a later lesson. Okay, so in this verse, I felt that you rushed through it, so you didn't place emphasis on all the timings. Can you read this verse one more time? This one here.
Fi jidiha habalum min masad.
Well done. Okay, so here, this is a ba with a sukoon. It's a ba sakin. Quite rightly, you recognize this as a qalqala letter. But when you do the qalqala, it should be just a little bounce. The ba should not sound as if it's carrying a fatha. Okay? Ha, fiti the ha, habalum, habalum.
Habalum.
Well done. Okay? The ba, it sounds when you put the wet parts of your lips together, okay? So you just open them very quickly and briefly. Habalum.
Habalum.
Well done, okay? Work on that bounce, okay? Make it sound like qalqala and not as if it's carrying a fatha, okay?
Okay.
Fiji the ha habalum. Do 2 seconds here, and then mim. Do 2 seconds here as well. So one more time.
Fi jidiha habalum min masad.
Okay. Hablum mim masad.
Habalum min masad.
Well done, okay? Just because there is a 2 second sound here doesn't mean that you rush through a 2 second sound that's here. Oh gosh, 1 second, you bear with me. Okay, apologies for that. Okay, so when you see a 2 second sound, okay, you must do 2 seconds, but just because this 2 seconds happens here, don't rush through this one, okay? Always pay attention to all the rules in every single place. Mashallah, very nice reading. Your pronunciation is very nice. Jazakumullah for your help. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay,
Okay,
so...
next. Shall I give you next student?
No, we will go on to today's lesson now. If students can carry on practicing with all previous surahs and applying the rules. Okay, so we are now going to go on to revising very briefly something which all of you have been taught if you were on G1, but everybody else should really know, and that's something known as Tashdid. Now, in our book that we use for this course, it's under lesson 13, okay, Tashdid, stressing on a letter. So let me just tell you that mushaddad means hardened. A letter with a shadda on top is called mushaddad. Here, if I could just highlight it, this bar carries this small W sign. This is known as either a tashdid or a shadda. That's the name of this symbol. A letter that carries this symbol is known as a mushaddad letter. And mushaddad means hardened, which means that you have to make that sound by pressing down on it. And the reason for that is because this W is telling you, this shadda is telling you that there isn't just one bar, there's actually 2 bars. But in Arabic, you don't write two bars side by side. You just write the one and the tashdid is written on top to let you know. And when you read, you have to make sure that you press down so that both of those letters are sounded out. Okay, so if I was to read here, gibban, I pause on the bar. Gibban, I pause on the bar and I press down on it. Gibban. When I read it as part of this word, mukibban. Okay, it would be wrong to say mukibban because I'm not, first of all, I'm not joining the kaf to the ba, and then secondly, I'm not pressing down on the bar. Okay, mukibban is incorrect reading. Mukibban. Here we have a ra with the shadda. This is a ra mushaddad. Burri. Burri. If I was to read it as part of this word, burrizat. Burrizat. We have to join. We have to press down. Okay, we mustn't rush through. One more example. Let's look at this one. Okay. Fa mahi li. Fa mahili. Fa mahili. A mushaddad letter must be pressed down on and you mustn't rush through it. Okay. That's the focused rule that we're going to have today. Now that's enough of this exercise. We are going to go on to the surah of the day, which is Ma'un, and we are going to practice applying all of the rules that we've been taught so far, but in particular we are going to really focus on tashdid. Okay, here, wherever we see a tashdid. Okay, now if I may have a student to the mic, and I will lead that student.
Okay. We can have N8373.
Assalamu alaikum. N8373. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, if I may have another student, please.
Okay.
Okay. Now, there is a student who's giving a message that they cannot hear us, and that's A7391. If A7391 could log out of the class and then log back in, okay, it may be that will solve your hearing. Okay, sometimes that works.
I'll give you next student A7394.
A7394. Assalamu alaikum. A7394.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay then, so just bear with me for a second. I'm just going to make another announcement. Students, please, okay? We do have a list, believe it or not, of students that we want to call to the mic. Every time you raise your hand, it's really playing havoc with what's going on our screens, and it really makes difficulties for us to locate the students that we want. Okay, please, 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 you will, all of you, inshallah, get a turn, okay? So please don't raise your hands. Okay, sweetheart, so what we're going to do is I will read through and I would like you to follow me verse by verse, okay? And then if you could do it slowly and surely, all students, please listen and follow us also, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and if you can make sure that there's no sounds in the background, okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين الدين.
أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين.
Where I'm doing the tashdid, sweetheart, yeah, make sure that you press down on them, okay?
Okay.
فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم.
فذكر فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم.
One more time. فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم.
فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم.
ولا يحض على طعام المسكين.
ولا يحض على طعام المسكين.
Okay. Make sure you don't stretch on this dhamma, okay? Just
Okay.
one second. ولا يحض على طعام المسكين.
ولا يحض على طعام المسكين.
Okay, this is a fatha on the top, okay? ولا okay? ولا يحض على طعام المسكين.
ولا يحض على طعام المسكين.
Okay, we will practice that, okay? But this is a fatha. فويل للمصلين.
فويل للمصلين.
MashaAllah, very nicely read that one, okay? الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون.
الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون.
الذين هم يراءون.
الذين هم يراءون.
Well done, okay? This is a simple fatha, just 1 second, okay? الذين هم يراءون.
الذين هم يراءون.
ويمنعون الماعون.
ويمنعون الماعون.
MashaAllah, very, very nice. Okay, sweetheart, I've read through it once, okay? You now have a go at reading through it yourself, okay?
Okay.
And pay attention in particular to all of the deeds that you see, okay? And just before you do, a support teacher, there is a student
Yes.
who is messing about with this video. Please remove him from the class and do not re-admit him. And take a note of his ID, please. Okay, sweetheart, you carry on now.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين. فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم. ولا يحض على طعام المسكين. فويل للمصلين. الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون.
Mashallah, mashallah. Very, very nice reading. Your pronunciation is very, very nice, okay? And your tashdid, the way you're reading it, is actually very, very nice. But you're not doing it everywhere, okay? So here, okay, so here, okay, on this dal, you rush through it. So let's just have a go. Bid-deen.
Bid-deen.
Well done. Okay. Here, where this meme is, okay, this is the end of a word, and there's a meme there, and you must make the meme sound. Okay, you mustn't say the and then just forget about the meme. The meme is there, so you must make the sound. Okay.
Okay.
Yadu ul yatim.
Yadu ul yatim.
Well done. Okay. And when you make the meme sound, you take the dry parts of your lips, you close them together. That's how you make the meme sound. And then you keep them pressed down and you stop the sound, okay? Theme. Okay. The meme, okay? As soon as you press with your lips together, stop all of the air, okay? And then the sound will stop. Theme. Okay, don't make the sound at the end, okay? All right. Okay, so this is this ya carries a fatha. You must have learnt it and then probably learnt it with maybe a dhamma sound, because that's what I'm hearing quite often as you're reading it, okay? That's quite common. On these short surahs, lots of students will have been taught that from a young age. Mums will be reciting and children just follow along. And that's, mashallah, really, really nice, except that it needs to be read as it is written, okay? So you must really focus on this fatha. And what I would suggest is that you record yourself when you're reading this on your phone and listen back. And then you'll hear what we're hearing, okay? This is a fatha, you say, wala yahudzu.
Wala yuhudzu.
Okay, so, okay, your mum can hear it, and if you practice that at home, okay? Okay, and the other thing was timing, okay? This dhamma that I've highlighted upon here, this fatha on top of the noon, and again the fatha on top of this noon, the timing on this was slightly wrong, okay? You say, alladhina hum.
Alladhina hum.
Well done. And here, alladhina hum.
Alladhina hum.
Well done. Timing is very, very important. If you don't get the timing right, the meaning changes. Okay, Jazakumullah. If I may have another student to the mic.
Okay, we can have N8374.
Assalamu alaikum. N8374. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, darling. Okay, sweetheart. If you can make sure that everybody behind you is quiet.
Yes.
Okay. And then you start with this Dawood.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ara'ayta allazi kazzabu bid-din. فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون.
Well done, well done. Very, very nice. Okay, let me pick up on something that I noticed that you did a few times over, okay? And that is on this noon here and also on this noon. And I think you probably did it on a few others as well. Okay, noon and meme are two sounds that when you pause on them, sometimes people can make the sounds drag out a little bit, okay? This needs to be a very clear finish to the noon sound. Here, and here, and here, okay?
Okay.
And the way to do it is understand that when we make sounds, it's actually just air from our lungs, from inside of us, coming up through our chest and then through our mouth, okay? And then when it comes out through our mouth, it passes by our teeth, past our tongue, through our lips, and that's how we make sounds, okay? So if you want to make an oo sound, think what happens to your lips. They round. But if you want to make an E sound, it's the same air that's coming out, but your lips have stretched out. The shape of our mouth affects how we make the sound. And it's also true for when we stop a sound. So when we make a noon sound, think about it. Your tongue, the tip of it, is touching the tip of your mouth, okay, to make the noon sound. So when you say noon, the end n sound, the tip of your tongue is touching the top of your mouth. Now, if you want to stop the noon sound, all you do is you leave the tongue on the top of your mouth and you stop the air. So let's just have a go at this one here. Hoon.
Hoon.
Well done, yeah? You leave the tongue there and you stop the air. If you flick the tongue off, then it sounds like hoon. And that's not correct, okay? Because there is no qalqala on the noon. It's just hoon.
Hoon.
Well done. Here, bear with me. Keen.
Keen.
Well done, okay? Make sure that you leave the tongue on the top of your mouth and you stop the air. Keen.
Keen.
Okay, well done. Okay, sweetheart, there's lots of noise behind you, and that's not really helpful to everybody else because they can't hear. If you can ask everybody behind you to stay quiet, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so, okay, let's focus here, okay? This is a tashdid on top of this ayn. This is a mushaddad ayn. We have to press down on it, okay? So this is how to read it. Yadu.
Yadu.
Well done. Ul.
Ul.
Well done. Yadu. Ul.
Yadu. Ul.
Well done. فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُّ الْيَتِيمَ.
فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُّ الْيَتِيمَ.
Okay, well done, okay? There is a tashdid here as well, okay? فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُّ الْيَتِيمَ.
فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُّ الْيَتِيمَ.
Well done, okay? Same with the meme sounding, okay? The dry parts of your lips, when you put them together, you can make a meme sound. Again, we're going to pause here, okay, because the verse ends here. So this meme has to stop very quickly. It mustn't go on with a sound. And the way to do it is to join the lips together and stop the air. Theme.
Team.
Well done, okay? So just make sure that you practice on making that sound stop, okay?
Okay.
So one more time. فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُّ الْيَتِيمَ.
فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُّ الْيَتِيمَ.
Well done. وَلَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ.
وَلَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ.
Okay, well done. Okay, so your reading was actually very, very nice. Okay, let me just get rid of some of these things so that I can just focus on a couple of things with you. Okay. Okay. See here, this is Dhamma. record yourself on the phone and listen back and see if you're actually reading a dhamma or you're reading something else, okay?
Okay.
Sometimes you've memorized things because you've learnt them, but there's a dhamma there and it must be a U sound. Okay?
Yes.
All right then. Jazakumullah, sweetheart. If I can have another student for the mic. Allah Hafiz.
Okay, we can have A7395.
A7395. Assalamu alaikum. A7395. Assalamu alaikum. A7395. You do have the mic.
Yes. He is in
Okay.
class.
If you can have somebody else then.
We can have A7377.
A7377. A7377.
They are in the class, I don't know.
Okay.
Shall I give you another one then?
Oh, yes, please.
N8373.
N8373. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. N8373. Student N8373. Okay, student N8373. Okay, I'm going to mute that student. As you can see, we've just spent almost 40 seconds trying to get students onto the mic. Some of you have got some issue on your laptops. That's something that maybe you can't do anything about today. But that student was clearly on the mic. We could hear her, but she wasn't paying attention, and now she's lost her turn. But it's also used up valuable time within the class. Please listen out for your ID. Okay. Okay, if I could have another student.
N8366.
N8366. Assalamu alaikum. N8366. Assalamu alaikum.
We can hear them, but I don't know why they're not coming on the mic.
I'm doing work now, so don't say later that I didn't do it, okay?
Okay, N8366, you have the mic. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so let me just try somebody at random, okay? A7394. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. A7394.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. So have you had the mic today?
Yes.
You have. Okay, so if you could just mute yourself, let me try somebody else, okay? A7391. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Suha, have you had the mic today?
No.
No. Okay then. So Suha, can you recite for me this surah? Okay, we start with the Tawud.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Okay.
بسم الله.
Okay, Suha, this is a to, okay? An Arabic letter, to. Okay, don't make a vowel sound within it. It's not twa. Minashaytan.
من الشيطان.
Well done. And again?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
MashaAllah. Carry on.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون Ma'un.
Mashallah. Okay, very, very nice. Okay, sweetheart, a couple of things going on here. Your timing needs to be practiced on, okay? 1 second for fatha, 1 second for kasra, 1 second for dhamma, okay? 2 seconds for all maddas, such as here and here, okay? Now, lots of students would have heard that this ya here, that's I think the second or the third student who's now read this ya as if it's a U. Okay, this is not a dhamma on top, this is a fatha. So when you're reading, look with your eyes to see what's there and make that sound. Okay, what else did you do? Here, this is a on top of the lam, dhammatain. Okay, now normally you make a ghunna sound, lun. Okay, so quite rightly you saw that and you went, okay, it's lun. But straight afterwards is a lam mushaddad. Okay, and you were taught recently when there is okay, I'm not sure whether we've covered this actually. We may have covered the other idgham, but when you see a tanveen and straight afterwards is a lam mushaddad, okay, the tanveen sound, the ghunna sound stops. You just join it without making any ghunna sound, okay? So this becomes fawailul lil. Okay, there's no noon sound that you make. Okay? Fawailul lil.
Fawailul lil.
Well done, okay? Okay, so Sriha, you just repeat with me, okay? We'll read the surah once through and then we'll take it from there, okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين
أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين.
Okay, boo. Okay, when you practice it, make sure it's only for 1 second here, okay?
Okay.
فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم
فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم.
Well done. ولا يحض على طعام المسكين
يهد على
ولا
ولا يهد على طعام المسكين.
Well done. Make sure when you practice it, this is a thick and heavy sound, okay? فويل للمصلين
فويل للمصلين.
MashaAllah. الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون
الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون.
Again, this is a thin sound, okay? Smile as you say ساهون
ساهون.
الذين هم يراءون
الذين هم يراءون.
Okay, one more time. الذين هم يراءون
الذين هم يراءون.
ويمنعون الماعون
ويمنعون الماعون.
MashaAllah, well done. Okay, when you practice it later on, record yourself on the on your mobile or your mom's mobile and listen back to yourself, okay? pay attention
Okay.
to your thick and heavy sounds. Okay, Jazakumullah for your help, sweetheart. And if you could stay on the mic, we will ask you to do the dua, but just stay on the mic whilst I show the homework. Now, the homework today is to practice this surah, chapter 107, Al-Ma'un, the whole of it, and pay attention to where the mushaddad letters are. Make sure that you press down on those, okay? Apply all the other rules also, but pay attention to the mushaddad letters in particular. Remember, timing and pronunciation are extremely important. And for your reference, we use lesson number 13 on page number 64 of the Tashilul-Qur'an. Okay, so, sweetheart, do you know this dua off by heart or to read?
Yes.
Okay then, so if you could read through it, Dawood first, okay?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم. O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran. واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة.
And the English?
And make it for me, the leader, the light, the guidance and mercy.
MashaAllah. Jazakumullah for your help. Jazakumullah to everybody for attending. Any queries, please do email us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.